Welcome to the Midwest Brew Review, everybody. Billy, Brian, and Matt here, and we have a very special guest. If you've been watching any of our videos, you'll already know him. Phil Clark from the Brit and Yankee Pubcast, joining in from the Brit and Yankee Pub.
Hello,
amazing.
guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm absolutely peachy, thank you.
Good.
In fact, I have a beer here that I'm going to crack open. It's a big-ass growler. No, wait a minute. This is a crowler, isn't it? Not a growler. Yeah, I always get that confused, you know. And this is from D&G Brewing, local to me in St. Charles. Oh, bloody hell. It's coming over the top. It's so full. And I'm going to pour that into my my large English pint glass here.
All right.
And I have a Belgian IPA. Oh, I'm dripping it everywhere. These things don't work very well. I've got to lick this up. Hang on. Here we go. We got that. We're good there. Anyway, hi, guys.
I haven't been to D&G yet. Do they specialize in anything? Do they specialize in Belgians?
No, he specializes in classic styles. And his brown ale, I think, is second to Newcastle brown ale.
Really?
It used to be great.
Wow.
It's
okay.
a really good brown ale.
Billy, you got to hit that brown ale.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking
Anyway,
of,
cheers, boys. What are you guys drinking?
Hey, cheers. Let's go with this. I pulled this out of the fridge. I've had it for quite some time. Microphone's Imperial Smells Like Bean Spirit Hazelnut. So that's been sitting around for a while. We'll see how that's aged. Guys, what are you drinking?
I have it's kind of a theme here with Matt digging into the cellar because we're all running a little low.
that's what I did.
This is Bell's 30th anniversary Imperial Stout, and I'm looking at the packaging date here. Happy 35th anniversary, Bell's, because this thing's 5 years old. Brian?
I'm going to choke down the 2018 Dark Lord.
Okay.
Did you bring a saw to cut your
boys
foot
have
off?
pulled out the big guns, haven't you?
Oh boy, that is good. I think it's probably held up quite nicely. Guys, what do you think of yours?
Oh, man.
Mine is super sweet
Mm-hmm.
and super thick, just like everyone says about them.
Yeah. So you're going to finish that whole one by yourself tonight?
Hey, anything goes in quarantine, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the best thing about doing these recordings over Zoom. We're on Zoom, right?
We are, yes.
Yeah, is that you never know what you're wearing from the waist down, right? I could be standing there in my underwear. You know?
Yeah, that's very true.
So what have you guys been doing then?
As far as our videos go, we've shot a few of these Zoom videos. We did have a few in the can that were sort of at the start of this whole thing. And we do have some more of that. It's our Malt Madness series, which is kind of our March Madness version of drafting a bunch of beers off of the Binny's Mix a Six-Pack rack and then just tasting them, putting them up against each other and see who the champion is.
Yeah, that was a fun project because it was kind of whatever they had there, you know, that was kind of our limiting factor. You just grab whatever they happen to have on the Mix of Six and rolling the dice. So it's fun just grabbing some old favorites and trying some new stuff. I haven't done a Mix of Six in a while. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good.
And then the best was that the employee there was like kind of figuring out what we were doing because we were like, who takes like 30, 40 minutes at a Mix of Six rack?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they were trying to nudge us in a certain direction. It was pretty funny.
With the camera too. We're like filming the whole thing. I think they understood.
Hey, at least they didn't kick us out.
That's true. That's true.
Didn't you guys do a low-cal beer review recently?
We did, and we heard that you have tasted a bunch of them as well, right?
Yeah. Well, here's what happened. So I had them all set up, and I got them all numbered. We were going to do a blind taste test, and then the clamps came down, and I couldn't do it, right? So nobody came over. So I says, these beers are not going to last, so I'm going to have to drink them myself.
Yeah.
And so what beers did you think were good on your list?
Okay. Well, our number one overall was 1E from 1-Y from Oscar Blues.
Yeah.
Did you have that one?
Yes, I did, and I rated 1Y as number 3.
Right.
Okay.
We did 9. We did three locale hazies, which weren't really hazies. They tried. And we did 3 locale IPAs, and we did 3 locale lagers. And so the 1E came out of the hazy, and then for the lagers we did
St. Archer Gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was shockingly good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And then what came out of the IPAs? Oh, the Dogfish came out of the IPAs. The one with the
Yeah.
I had the Dogfish, yeah.
No.
So I tell you what I found with most of these locale beers is that there was very little body to like 2 or 3 of the ones that I initially started with. And I know the first one I tried was Bell's Light-Hearted Ale. And I'm thinking, well, Bell's Two Hearted, that's going to be the best. What is it? Is it an IPA or an APA? I don't never remember.
IPA,
anyway,
yeah.
it's quite popular, I hear. And I tasted the Light-Hearted, and it just didn't have any body. And I went through these beers, and the one that I really liked was from Boulevard, and that was Easy Sport, because it came in as a tangerine lime, almost like a goza, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was really quite tasty, and it was one that had, to me, it had some character.
Yeah, I thought we had one of the Lagunitas ones too. It was like basically a watered down version of Lagunitas IPA. It wasn't anything to write home about.
Was that the daytime?
I believe so.
Oh, I rated that number 2.
I like that one. I like that one, actually.
That's right, you did.
Actually, Bill did vote for that one, I believe.
If I was going to go out and buy one of these, which I probably might do if I have to watch my figure,
Of course.
Anyway, I think I'd buy that Easy Sport from Boulevard, because it actually is quite a nice beer, a nice change up. Now the spring is here.
Right.
And that's nuts, 'cause that's one we didn't try.
Yeah,
So,
we didn't have that one.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah,
Go out and get it, mate.
Yeah.
There you go. I just want to know one thing. Why does Matt look like he is in a prison and just about to have his picture taken?
his lighting situation sucks.
Yeah.
This guy does all of our editing.
I love it.
He
There
does
you
all of
go.
our camera work and editing. He has the worst lighting.
Yeah, he can't put like a plant behind him or something.
Guys, I am restricted in space right now.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the DMV.
So where are you guys located in terms of what's your closest brewery?
Mine is Alter Brewing. It's like 2 minutes away.
Technically, mine would be Ike and Oak. I would think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
right.
I work right in when I was working at my office, it's right next to Skeleton Key.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And then Billy, you're Dry City, right?
I'm walking distance to Dry City, so yeah.
Speaking
So
of Dry City,
have you guys been to your locals and supported them?
I was actually at Dry City today. All their fans, all their regulars are still coming out. And the nice thing about them is they're small and their business is manageable and they're not overextending, or they've never been overextended. So they're doing really well, actually. People are coming in and buying growlers instead of a couple pints, and it's working out.
One of the things you may not know, or maybe you do know, but Ben Sampson, who's the original master brewer, he actually is out doing COVID-19 testing.
Really?
And I think he posted, he posted himself in like a hood and a cover up and everything, because he's a pharmacist by trade.
Right.
That's true.
One question I would like to, and this is your show, but I'm taking it over. So.
I love it.
No. This is
What have you got? Sorry?
This is a round table, Phil.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
It is now.
Keep going.
And I'm Sir Phil. Sir Phil of the Knight of the Round Table.
Yeah.
How have you guys been exercising? I mean, we know this arm is good because it's going up and down like that.
Right. We got an exercise bike. That's been hitting that every day. Other than that, Billy, you run, right?
Yeah, Phil actually hit the Prairie Path being in Wheaton. I've actually made it up to West Chicago once. So
stop by for a beer.
I should.
That'd be 6 foot away.
Yeah.
Bring your own beer too.
Brian, you've discovered a gem of the 80s/90s for exercise, right?
I did. There's like this guy from the 90s that his name's like Gilad or something like that. He does some exercise tapes. They're like, they can be anywhere between like 30 and 50 minutes long or something like that. So I just started doing it. Actually, I don't know. It's okay.
I thought you were going to say you were doing the Richard Simmons thing.
No. I wouldn't do that. But
What new oldies?
Right, come on now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Toe to toe. Ready. 1, 2.
I was sitting at home for like 2 weeks, and I was like drinking beers nonstop, and I'm like, I gotta do something. So I'm like, man, if I can at least do this like for a half hour to an hour a day, I'll be good.
I'm lucky enough to have a big lot, and there's lots of trees on it. So it's my chance before it all grows up in the spring to go out and do my lumberjack thing with my chainsaw, chop up all the trees that have fallen down. And then I bring them back into logs, and I swing the old maul and I chop them, and it's quite manly, really.
It is.
That's some real Rocky training right there.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have enough steps though to go up.
You gotta start carrying the logs behind you.
Carrying logs, yeah.
Yeah, look at them guns.
Right.
Look at that. Well, it's been a gas talking with you guys. I'm glad that you're still hanging in there and still doing some reviews. I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, hopefully we can all get together again soon in person and have a beer or 2 or 3 or 4.
All right.
I hope you guys do well. I've still got some left in my big can from D&G. Thank you very much. So I'm going to fill that up, and I'm going to say cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you.
Just beer.
But it's pretty damn good.